Josh Eppard came to Drumeo. One of the songs he broke down was Welcome Home by Coheed and Cambria.
Hey guys, I'm Josh Eppard from Coheed and Cambria. This is Welcome Home.
And in this video, we want to break down what Josh taught in his video even further. We're going to have all the sheet music on screen. We're going to get to practice along together at slow and medium tempos. And once you've got the parts down, you're even going to get to practice along with Josh Eppard himself. So right now, let's jump into the famous intro part, and we're going to start there. So what we're playing once we're into the main groove is eighth notes over here on the crash cymbal. You can play this as a crashed ride cymbal or any crash on your kit. It doesn't matter. We're gonna have our snare drum on beats 2 and 4. We're gonna wanna make sure those are really strong rim shots and make sure they're cutting through the mix. And the most challenging part is gonna be the kick drum. And you're gonna need some endurance to play this. Your shins are probably gonna be burning from playing the 16th notes all the way through this. The last thing I'll mention about this part is that Josh does play some hi-hat foot through this section, mainly on beats 2 and 4, but we're not gonna worry about that now. You can add that in later on if you want. But we're gonna start this really slow, make sure we have the rhythm down, and then we'll work it up to speed. So let's try that together now. So hopefully your kick drum foot is hanging on. There's a lot of stuff happening with the bass drum, but we're gonna try this a little bit quicker now. Again, spend as much time as you need to on the slow tempo, and when you're ready, let's jump in. And finally, we're gonna bring this all the way up to album tempo. Here's Josh Eppard. So now we're into the verse groove, and we're going to be playing a part over here on the closed hi-hats. Now before we add everything in that Josh adds, we're going to start with just a simplified version of this groove, focusing on the eighth notes on the hi-hats, the kick drum pattern, and the snare. Now the one other thing I'll mention about this part is there's a fill at the very end of the phrase where we're going to start with an open hi-hat shot, move over to the floor tom, and then we're going to be crashing on the E of beat 4. So let's try that together now at a slow tempo. And now let's try this a little bit faster. And finally, let's bring this up to album tempo and play along with Josh Eppard. Now, the one thing you will notice is Josh adding in some left foot and adding in some ghost notes. Don't worry about that now. We're going to do that in a minute. Let's just focus on that main simplified groove. So you've learned the simplified verse groove. Now we want to add in some of the things that Josh adds in his part. Primarily, we're focusing on some ghost notes. And what he's doing here is he's often adding in a ghost note on the last 16th note right before the backbeat. It kind of leads in and acts as a pickup. So we're going to focus on that in this next one. And again, when you watch Josh play this part, he does add in some left foot stuff as well. That's more of a stylistic thing, and sometimes I think he even moves his leg without even noticing. So don't worry about that now. Let's focus on those ghost notes. Here it is at a slow tempo. And now let's try this part a little bit quicker with all those ghost notes added in. And finally, let's bring this up to album tempo. Here's Josh with all the ghost notes included. The last section we're going to look at is the bridge, and this part's really cool because Josh was inspired by the Cars when he was writing this drum part, and we're going to be moving between a double time feel and a half time feel. So when we're playing in the double time feel, our snare drum is going to be played on all the ands or the offbeats. Now in the second half of this example, we're going to move over here to the crash cymbal, and the part that was inspired by the Cars is the fact that Josh is playing the snare on beats 1 and 3. Which is completely opposite to how we're used to playing with the backbeat mainly on beats 2 and 4. So it almost sounds incorrect, but this was a stylistic choice that was inspired by the Cars. So in this example, we're just focusing on the middle section of the bridge, so we get a little bit of both of those feels, but you're going to be able to play along to the whole section when you play along with the track. So right now, let's try this together slowly. And now let's try this a little bit quicker. And finally, let's bring this up to album tempo. Here's Josh Shepard. Well, there you have it. That's Welcome Home by Coheed and Cambria, some of the most iconic drum parts from the song. And hopefully now you have all the tools you need to start jamming this song in your own kit, diving into some of those dense bass drum parts And it's really cool to see all the different feel changes and how Josh was inspired by the cars. So I hope you have fun jamming this song. Let us know if you need any help down in the comments section. We'd love to jump in there and help you out. And with that, have fun jamming along to it, and we'll see you in the next video. Cheers.